Hey, what's up, superstars? I know it's been a minute. Don't curse me out. Okay, I have been very, very busy in the last few months, so that's the reason why I've been absent from YouTube. But today I'm coming at you with a brand new YouTube videos on a look that I just completed, and I think you guys will like this because this is an affordable drugstore makeup look that I achieved with the Profusion Cosmetics Basic Palette, and this is what it looks like. I happened to pick this up from Walgreens, I believe, around Christmas season, and I had yet to get around to doing an affordable tutorial with this particular palette. But believe it or not, it only costed $5. So I saw it on clearance, I believe, right after Christmas, and I told myself I was going to start a makeup series to where I would do some affordable looks for you guys that you can duplicate at home. And the end result is this. As you can see, it came out really, really pretty. I was surprised at the pigmentation of these colors, even though most of these are matte in here. They tend to be kind of a soft powder and kind of chalky, but it doesn't fly all over the place or give you a lot of blowback. So I'm very pleased with this palette as far as the look that I came up with this particular palette, as well as some other affordable drugstore brands that I also had included in this tutorial so that you can run out to your nearest Walgreens, Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid store, snatch up these products, and you can sit right down in your chair at home and duplicate this particular look. So if you want to know how I achieved this look, keep on watching. So I'm starting off with a clean face, and this is what I look like. Kind of rough. First thing I'm using is my line eraser serum for under my eyes to treat lines and dark circles. It helps a lot. Plus it helps to alleviate the puffiness under my eyes. Next I'm going to go into my L'Oreal Studio Secrets face primer. I love this primer. It goes on so well. It minimizes my pores and it makes my foundation flawless. Now I'm going to use my Wet n Wild brow pencil in black. I decided to switch it up and do a little something different here. Instead of using my regular brow gel liner, I'm just going to use a pencil. It gives a much more softer look. Plus, I wanted to do dark black brows, so this is a change of pace from what I normally do. So I outline my brows first, and then I fill them in after that. That way I can get a precise shape of my brows. I usually take my time on this part because I'm so picky about my brows, and sometimes they don't always come out even, so this little segment is a little long. Now I'm feathering the front of my brows towards my inner brow so that I can soften them up and they don't look as harsh. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. My very favorite everyday eyeshadow primer. It works so well and it keeps my eyeshadows in place and they don't crease. Now this product right here is a favorite. This is my Black Opal foundation in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I usually like to use this as a primer under my eyeshadows. It just helps the eyeshadows to stick a little better and they don't budge or move, and it makes my shadows a little bit more vibrant. So I'm just blending it in right here on my eyes. Now I'm going to go into my Profusion Cosmetics Basic Palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here to apply in my transition area. I'm just going to pack it on first because, like I said, this base by Black Opal, the concealer that I'm using, is kind of sticky and somewhat thick. So it'll skip if you don't apply it by dabbing on the eyeshadow first, and then you can blend it out. So that's what I'm doing right here. And this is a very pretty transition color. I like it a lot. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my CoverGirl Medium Concealer that I depotted and put it into a little pot, along with my angle brush, and I'm going to use this to outline the underside of my brows so that I can make them a little bit more sharp. I don't like the harsh look of going over my brows and carving them out from the top because I do a pretty good job with lining my brows towards the top to where it's pretty sharp and neat, so I don't need to do my area above my brows. So I just do my lower. And once I apply it, I just go ahead and blend down. And then I take my finger and then I just kind of softly blend out the harsh lines down into my transition color. I'm going to take this pretty chocolate color that's right here in the lower half of the palette, and I'm going to apply that in my crease. And I'm building it up little by little because this doesn't really have a lot of color payoff once you apply it on the eyes. But I usually like to take this color and just build it up a little bit because it is a soft chocolate mocha type of color. So if you want to intensify it, you have to, apply it 2 or 3 times and then kind of blend it in. But I don't blend it out too much because it'll blend away most of the intensity of the color. So I'm just going to apply this like 2 or 3 times on each eye in the crease and then kind of gently blend it out just a little bit, not too much. Now I'm using my Morphe R35 brush, I believe. It's my shader brush. I'm going ahead and I'm blending in between the colors right here where I applied the transition and the crease color just to soften it up, just the edges. And I'm softening it out. Now I'm going to take this gorgeous bronze color and I'm going to apply this all over the lid. And believe it or not, my bad, it goes on this intense without wetting my brush. So I was amazed by that. The color payoff on this one is really, really nice. I think there's like maybe 2 or 3 like shimmer shades in here and the rest of them are matte. This being one of the shimmer shades, and it's so gorgeous. So I applied this with no problem. It's buttery soft and smooth, and I just swiped it on the lid and it went on like butter. Very pretty. Nice copper shade. And I'm blending it up into the crease color, which is that dark brown chocolate color. And it's almost like a soft cut crease, but not quite. And I'm just going ahead and I'm taking my time on this part because I really want this lid color to pop. Really pretty. I love this color. Now I'm going to go ahead and dip into this soft I guess you could say it's like a warm orange color. I'm putting that on the inner third of the eye into the transition color, and it's going into that crease color that I previously added before that. And this is also to kind of define the lid color that I just applied, the copper shade. Just to clean it up a little bit and make it look a little more nice and neat. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this beautiful champagne light color, and I'm going to apply that on the inner third of my eyes, which is my tear ducts, to make my tear ducts pop a little bit. It's really soft and pretty, and it goes on really, really smooth, and the color payoff is amazing. Now I'm going to take the highlight color. It kind of reminds me of MAC's rice paper, but it's really, really pretty and it's soft. And I'm going to go ahead and apply this in my brow bone area and blend it out. I usually don't do eyeshadow color too much on my lower lash line because my eyes are super sensitive. So that's the reason why you never see me applying eyeshadow color too much to my lower lid. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my NYX Jumbo Super Fat Eye Marker, and this one is in the shade Carbon Black. And I'm going to line my upper lid with this eyeliner. I love it because it's super black and it goes on pretty smooth for me. Plus I love the tip applicator in this particular eyeliner. So I'm just going to go ahead and wing my eyes out with this. Now this is my favorite mascara hands down of all time. I've tried other ones, but I always tend to find myself coming back to this one. And this one is Rimmel's Extra Super Lash Mascara in Black. It goes on super dark, it's buildable, and it just makes my lashes pop. Now I'm going to apply my lashes by Kiss. This is the So Wispy Lashes in the style number 7. And I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes. They're really, really pretty. I got them from my local beauty supply store for like $3.99. That's usually what the average retail price. You can also find these at Walgreens as well as, I believe, CVS. But generally, they should be available in all drugstores. And they're super pretty, so go and pick you up a pair, girl, and try them out. You'll love them. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my Milani foundation, and I believe this one is in the color Amber. Yeah, and it's really, really pretty. Nice coverage. It goes on kind of thick and it dries down to a matte finish. And I'm going to go ahead and spray my brush with my MAC Fix Plus so that I can spread my foundation evenly over my skin. It just helps me to blend in my foundation a little bit better. And this is just a little inexpensive brush. I believe I got it from Amazon as part of a set. But it does really well in blending out my foundation. So that's what I'm doing. And the coverage is amazing. For this to be a drugstore brand, this is a really, really good foundation. So run to your nearest local Walmart or your nearest Walgreens and pick up a bottle of this. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It's almost as good as my more high-end foundation, liquid foundations, and it's really, really pretty. The coverage is amazing. So yeah, try that out. I think it was only like $7 or $8 for a bottle of this foundation when I picked it up. But it's a beautiful foundation. Now I'm just using a towel to blot some of the foundation away because like I said, I didn't want to wait, for a long time for it to dry down, even though I had my fan on. So I just went ahead and I blotted away most of the excess. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And this one is in the shade Cafe Cafe. I love this concealer. And like I said, it's really, really pretty. And it blends out smooth. And I just absolutely love the coverage. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my foundation powder to set my highlighter. This is a mixture of Ben Nye's banana and topaz powders that I put in a little sifter jar, and I combine them together, and it gives me my correct shade or the right shade for my skin complexion. If you don't have this available, you can always use either Revlon's loose powders as well as Wet n Wild loose transparent powders and Black Radiance and Black Opal. They have some nice transparent powders too, as well as ones that are in your shade. Those are nice alternatives. Now right here is my favorite foundation powder by Sephora. This is in the shade Toffee Caramel. I've used this for a minute now and it just gives me flawless coverage. It's my right shade, the perfect shade for my skin. Like I said, there are other alternatives out there that you can use, notably Wet n Wild, Revlon, Black Radiance. Several ones that you can try out in place of this if you can't get your hands on a Sephora foundation powder. This one retails at Sephora, I believe, for like maybe $14 or $15. It's worth it because I've almost had this a year and it lasts a long time, but I love the coverage. Now I'm going to go ahead and contour my face, and I'm using Wet n Wild's bronzer as a contour from their limited edition collection. And this one is called Queen's Land. And I absolutely love it. It gives you subtle coverage if you really don't want to try a really heavy contour on your face. But once I applied it, which I used my NARS Eater brush to apply it with, I discovered that it was a little too light. So that's the reason why I'm going to go over this with another product right after this. But it's really, really pretty though. So check it out. If you can get your hands on it, check it out. I'm just contouring my forehead, my cheekbones, jawline, my chin. I like to contour both sides of the center of my lower chin. And I'm also going to contour my nose. Now I'm coming behind that and I'm using Milani's Sunset Duos Blush and Bronzer. This one is in the shade Sunset Strip. I have used this for a minute now and it's like my perfect shade. If I don't want to do a dramatic contour, this is the one that I like to use for everyday wear because it's subtle if I do apply makeup. But this one is really, really pretty. It is by Milani. I think I picked mine up from eBay for like maybe $4 or $5. But you can easily pick it up in Walgreens or Walmart for about $6 or $7, I believe. Yeah, don't quote me on that. Just go to the store and pick up one. Check it out. But I love this one. Now I'm going to go into blushing my cheeks. And I'm using Milani, once again, Baked Blush in the shade Rose d'Oro. Oh my God, this is so pretty. Like, it's a beautiful, gorgeous, like sun-kissed, orangey bronze type of blush. It just gives like a subtle like glow to your skin. It's almost like a glow from within. It's really, really pretty. So yeah, I suggest you go and check this one out too. It's so gorgeous. I love it. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face with Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Rose Gold. This one is beautiful. Like, it's a lot of drugstore brands out there, but this is like one of my favorite. This is like in my top 3. It's so shimmery and so buttery, soft and smooth, and it just gives your skin a gorgeous, radiant glow. So yeah, I love this one. And I'm just highlighting the apples of my cheeks, the high planes of my cheeks, as well as around my temples, forehead, nose, chin, and my cupid's bow. And right here I switched brushes. This is a cute little fish brush that I had got, I think from Wish. I think I only spent like $2 or $3 for it, but it's so cute. It's perfect because it gives me the right amount of coverage so that I can contour my nose, because the bristles as well as the diameter of the bristles in the brush, or the diameter of the brush bristles, is narrow. So it doesn't over contour my nose too much, and I love that about this particular brush. Right here I'm just curling my lashes because they were a little flat, so I just wanted to turn them up a little bit. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with, believe it or not, an eyeliner pencil by LA Colors. It's just the perfect shade of brown for a neutral lip. And this one is just simply in the color brown. And I picked this one up from Family Dollar, and it was only $1. Really pretty subtle shade for my lips. I love it. Now for the grand finale. I love this shade. This is a liquid lipstick by LA Splash Cosmetics Lip Couture lipstick. And this one is in the color Honey Blonde. I usually stay away from shades like this because I don't think they look very flattering on my big old sukulas, but this one I absolutely love. It's just perfect. It's like the perfect shade of like burnt orange, neutral, warm, golden brown. It's just really, really pretty, and I love this shade so much. So I go ahead and I put on 2 thin coats of this, and then I blot it and blend it in with my lip liner. So pretty. I love this color. It's really, really pretty. Now I'm going to finish everything off so that all of my powders and foundations and stuff can set and kind of mesh into each other. And I'm using Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Rose 3-in-1 base, primer base. My bad. This is really, really nice. And I got this one in the, I believe, rose scent. It smells really nice too. I love this. I'm going to go back and get the cucumber one also. But this is really, really good. And then I just go ahead and I take a face powder brush and I use the flat side of it to go ahead and press the primer water into my foundation so that it can soften any harsh lines that I got going on between the contour and the highlight and the face powder. And that completes my look, y'all. Hope you like it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I had fun putting it together. I was a little rusty and it's been a little minute, you know, probably about 2 months since I did my last video, but like I said, I hope you guys really enjoyed this particular look. There'll be more future tutorials with affordable makeup brands that will be coming up on my channel. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and also comment and subscribe. So stay tuned to my channel because I have more tutorials coming for you guys. Love you, superstars. Thanks for watching. Bye. Mwah.